We're rolling.
We're rolling?
Yeah, we are rolling.
Okay, are you chill?
I am chill.
Okay.
So,
Thanks.
welcome to another episode of
Dreaming of Chasing Mice.
Q theme song.
Yes, live theme song. Dreaming of Chasing Mice.
So, what's going on today?
Oh wait, fun fact. He actually wrote that song. It's just a little snippet. It's dedicated to our cats.
Yeah, our fat cats.
Yes, our chubby cats.
So, Suyan, why are you dressed so well today?
I'm just following government advice. They say when you're working at home or you're at home, you must dress up, wear makeup.
So, you can't be naked when you're working from home?
Oh, I guess, depending whether you're on video call.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But, I mean, if you're, working at home, doing your documents and, stuff like that.
Just at your desk?
Yeah. Do you put on makeup, dress well?
I don't know. I guess that's very funny advice, and it was just targeted at women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, but yeah, so I like that you took my cue.
Yeah, I mean, you
dressed up
because you're
as a
so
man.
dressed so well, I didn't want to be completely overshadowed, so I decided to also dress well. I've not worn these pants in a while. I think about 1 month plus.
And it's loose.
Yeah, and it's kind of loose.
Yeah, so we kind of lost. We kind of lost weight during the lockdown instead.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, at least you did. Well, I did as well, actually.
Yeah, we both did.
Yeah, so strange.
Mm-hmm.
And you cut my hair as well.
Oh yes, we did a small little experiment, right?
Yeah, okay, in case people don't know, David is actually left-handed. But he cut my hair
With a right-handed
with
scissors.
the right-handed scissors.
Yeah, it was a real pain to do that.
I actually did like a recording of you cutting my hair with your left hand.
I wasn't paying attention.
Really? Was that stressful?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to have a look and just like see your reaction and stuff? So there's a recording of.
Oh my god, I got a bald patch.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, do you want me to
I think
trim
I
your hair
probably need
too?
a hair trim.
Well, you can't. Well, it's okay. It kind of looks like you have a mohawk.
Yeah, I mean, it will grow back in this lockdown.
Yeah,
Right?
look at that concentration on your face. It's like so intense. And then I asked you to swap your left hand.
Yeah, the scissors just doesn't bite.
Is it like for all scissors? Like
I think so, because I tried using the other scissors, just don't work.
so
when I-
all the time when you use scissors, you have to like
Yeah.
unintuitively use
Yeah.
your right hand.
Maybe that's where I got my practical skills from,
What do you mean?
having to use scissors to cut things with my right hand.
Okay.
But we did something else as well, right?
So basically, yesterday, which was Saturday, we were recording this on a Sunday. I put up a challenge, like we try certain things using our non-dominant hand. But wait, I'm still curious about the scissors thing. So, like, intuitively for you, you would want to use
Yeah,
your left hand. Okay, but you've not. I mean, there hasn't been a pair of scissors that can work with your left hand.
I've never come across a left-handed scissors.
But then why do you still intuitively want to use your left hand?
I don't know. It's just so natural to revert to my natural inclination.
Oh, okay. Because you wear your watch on your left hand. Like,
Yeah.
So
Isn't
it's-
that normal?
And then you do something else with your right hand. What was it? I can't remember now.
I use the mouse on my left hand.
Yeah. You write with your left
I
hand,
write with my
obviously.
left, yeah. I eat chopsticks in my left hand.
Oh yeah, that's so annoying at dinners, like especially like family round like table dinners.
Annoying? Why is it annoying?
Because I have to, like, if someone else is sitting on your left, they don't understand that you're left-handed and your chopstick's gonna go like pa, pa, pa,
yeah.
pa, pa. So I always have to like
No, we swap
sit-
positions, right? That's why
Yeah.
I'm always seated in your left side. And you're on the right.
Yeah, I mean, but
But that's because the
when
wife
we-
is always right, right?
yeah, but sometimes I purposely sit on your left, especially if it's a Chinese dinner, because then you use your left hand
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Speaking of chopsticks,
Hey, we haven't done one additional challenge.
what?
using toilet paper with our opposite hand.
Yeah.
I'd like to try. I forgot. I just keep forgetting because I
Yeah, so intuitively you just use like your non-dominant, but we actually, while we were talking about chopsticks, I filmed you using.
You mean you filmed us?
I filmed us, but this is the video of you using your right hand. What was going through your mind and how was it like?
There you are, I can't do it.
I don't know.
That was me complaining that you can do it so well, but I can't.
I was struggling to use the chopsticks with my right hand. It's hard.
Oh,
It's hard.
your method's the same as mine. You see mine, like it's like just jamming the chopstick into the noodles. We were eating Maggi mee, by the way.
Was it before I cut your hair or after?
This was after.
Oh,
Because it
okay.
was.
I think it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, I look like Anna Wintour from
Who's that?
Vogue. She's the boss of Vogue. She's like damn powerful in the fashion industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so I was doing the same thing. I was just like jamming the chopsticks into the noodles, Maggi mee.
Did I jam the chopsticks?
Yeah, you kind of like push it in and then like lift it up, hoping you will land on the
Well,
chopsticks.
end of the day, as long as it gets into your tummy, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's me just like, I just want to eat the Maggi mee already.
What else did we do? What else did you film?
Oh, okay. So, because you so nicely, like, you were so focused using the scissors to cut my entire
Yeah, it looks
hair.
good actually.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks damn good.
I thought you were just gonna like try for a bit and then after that I'll just swap back to your dominant hand, but obviously
I think this part here is a little bit long.
yeah. I had to snip off a little pieces that were actually long and didn't get cut. But otherwise
yeah.
overall it's a nice length.
I think it's my second time, right? Trimming your hair.
Yeah.
Just need to practice a little bit more and I soon can open my own barber shop.
Yeah. Well, we can start a hair salon
Yeah,
because
we
I
can.
cut your hair, you cut my hair.
It reminds me I tried cutting the cat's hair before.
Oh, and it was terrible.
Yeah, so I mean I don't know what came to my mind. So I bought a
Yeah.
shaver and started to just like and the shaver actually got tangled with the cat's hair.
Yeah, because cat's hair is actually really fine.
No, very thick.
Very, yeah, it's,
very, very thick.
it's thick but fine. Like, as in it's so tiny. Like, we struggled for a year or two
Yeah.
trying to
Then we
find.
like, screw it, just let the cat's hair grow.
No, I mean even like vacuuming because like cats shed hair, right?
Yeah.
Like we struggled so much to like find something that can clean up the hair. Yeah, until we used like a certain type of vacuum, because it's just like really fine and
Yeah.
it just gets like it just sits on the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we get that? Oh yeah, but when you cut the cat's hair, it was so funny because it looked like
They look like patches of grass, right?
yeah, and like at one point I think Fura kind of looked like a punk kid, and then like for I think a year he had that one strip and all around the back of his spine. It was like he had a mohawk or something. So funny. Yeah, because you were so dedicated. Coming back to the topic, because you were so dedicated to cut my hair, so I was like, okay, what can I do that would be equally difficult? So this is me trying to cut tomatoes with my left hand. I'm a right-hander. My gosh, I don't know if I can do this. Much slower. Oh, okay, yeah. Right hand so much easier. So it like yeah, I kind of empathize with your struggle.
So if you were to have a baby, what hand would the child be using?
Actually, I don't know. Does it? I mean, like, are you like born with it or?
I don't know. My
how
whole
does it-
family, my family members are all right-handed, so I'm the only odd one out. I'm special.
But what is it like? You know, when you go to school and then they're like, okay, this is how you write with the right hand.
When I was growing up, I never really had anyone pressuring me to use my
Oh.
right. I think the reason why I am forced, for example, the mouse, right? I was taught to use it right hand, but then I always gravitated back. I mean, I never really cared what people said. And no one really corrected me, like, I had to write in a certain way or to use my hands in a certain way. It was just so natural for me.
But how do you learn, like I don't know, I would imagine like someone teaching you this is how you write like A, and then they're using their right hand, and then how come you kind of know like, oh, so the left
I don't know.
way would look this way?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, that's like kind of
It
interesting.
reminds me because I remember seeing one of my friends when he was learning to write, and he would hold the pencil like this. It looks so god awfully painful. Just like seeing him write like that. Anyway, that's not part of
But-
what we're talking about.
Yeah, but
today.
I guess we all kind of learn. Oh, but one more. Like, you didn't see this. I actually tried to brush my teeth with my left hand.
I didn't try this challenge.
Yeah, you should take a look.
Your hair actually looks pretty damn good in the morning.
Oh, thank you. I guess it's lying back and letting the fan blow your hair back for 8 hours a day. Gives me like, it's really weird. Like, I feel like I
Yeah.
lack control. So
But I think if you have to practice, if you
Yeah.
keep practicing, you should be alright. Because
and-
right now,
yeah.
your brain synapses are not properly developed, so there's no neural link, and that's why I think you struggle. I mean, for us, like all of us.
Okay.
So the more practice we invest into doing something, it should become second hand and second nature.
Yeah, I actually practiced again this morning when I brushed my teeth. I used my left hand, and I kind of liked it because it slowed down my process. Like, my dentist always say, oh, you didn't like brush upward enough for the back of your teeth and stuff. But with my left hand, I felt like I slowed down and
Yeah.
like properly did it.
And I guess you guys, the viewers, you should also try to just use your less dominant side of your body to actually try to do something. And who knows, you might come up with something creative, and it will unlock ideas and creativity.
Yeah, I have to agree, especially during this time. I guess it's like I said, I kind of prefer my left hand brushing my teeth now, and it's a bit of like teaching me how,
To slow down.
yeah, and trying something different and kind of being adaptable, I guess. Yeah.
I should also try to play the guitar on the other side of the hand. Like swap.
Yeah, and the mouse, like every time you ask me to hop onto your computer to do something, I'm like, how the hell is
Yeah.
the mouse on the left side? Like, in my brain synapses for that one is really like, oh, what?
Yeah. What else?
Yeah, so actually the theme of this, the whole idea of doing this was about being like testing, challenging yourself.
To being adaptable, right?
Yeah, especially during this time, like life is going to change. Like,
Life is changing.
I mean, life is changing like all the time, but I think this is one of the most drastic changes. Even for you, you said like in your 40 years, you've never sort of had
Yeah.
been-
40 years of being alive.
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so old.
You look young still. If anything, I make you look older.
No, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, you were saying what? For 40 years, you've never been like house bound or something?
Yeah, I mean, never been locked in the house.
Mhm.
Yeah, the last 40 years.
It's sort of like a curfew.
Yeah, it's prison.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a comfortable prison, no doubt.
Yeah, but I think a lot of worries about the economy, how we're going to survive. Yeah, a lot of anxieties. How do you think being adaptable to this thing when there's way more uncertainty than we're used to? I guess it's like, then we probably have capacity to process.
I mean, like just switching our hands to do something that is less, normal and all that. It's actually a way to remind ourselves that we can be adaptable if we invest some time, some effort, into actually getting some degree of competence. And I think in this kind of economy that we are facing, this situation, global situation we are experiencing, it's quite possible. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
realigning your frame of thinking, being more adaptable,
I
stepping
guess-
out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I think it will be hard. It's going to be stressful because, like, I'm just thinking about when I was cutting the tomatoes with my left hand. It was hard. I had to like saw it, which is weird, but
Mm.
eventually I cut through
Yeah.
anyways.
So you just need practice.
Yeah, it will take longer. I guess actually that kind of leads me to this quote because I've been reading that philosophy book, which has taken me more than, well, it's almost, actually this is the third week. I still haven't finished it. It's just
Yeah.
too much info, but I really, really like this quote from that book. So it's about the character talking about the sea, and he says the sea is sometimes in a good temper and sometimes in a bad temper, and nobody can possibly understand why. So kind of like now nobody can understand why all this whole outbreak. I mean, there are logical reasons for it, but the real big why we don't know. So nobody can possibly understand why. But if we like the sea, it doesn't seem to matter. One seems to take the rough with the smooth.
Mm.
Yeah, so this is from the book Moomin Papa at Sea by Tove Jansson. I'm not really sure how to pronounce, but it got turned into a cartoon, which was...
What cartoon?
It's like they draw like hippo characters, and
okay.
basically the whole story is based on the book called Moomin Papa at Sea. Yeah, so it's a fictional story but with philosophical undertones. Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah. What do you think about the quote?
Can you read the quote again?
The sea is sometimes in a good temper and sometimes in a bad temper, and nobody can possibly understand why. But if we like the sea, it doesn't seem to matter. One learns to take the rough with the smooth.
So I guess it's like taking the good and the bad and all in between. By the way, that's a line from Edwin McCain's song.
Oh,
Yeah,
which song?
it's called Alive.
Life.
Alive.
Alive.
Yeah.
Take the good with the
Take
bad.
the good, the bad, and all in between. And yeah, and all of this will add spectrum to how we experience life. It adds color actually. In fact, if we didn't have all of this, life will still be in a way dull. So I mean, it depends how you want to look at it. It's always glass half full or half empty. Right?
True. I was going to say it's more of a sense of acceptance, but I guess sometimes acceptance comes across as, oh, we have to just tahan, like put up with it. But I like how you see it as more like
It's all part of human experience.
yeah, you say like it makes life colorful, which I
And,
like
and in
that.
fact, I think sometimes the shittiest part of your whole life history is actually the ones that makes who you are. You know, it builds the character. It defines you as a person. Especially if you decide to take up to the challenge, you face up to the challenge, and you rise up to it. Yeah, it's an opportunity. You know, the deeper you go, you are bound to actually be propelled upwards even more if you are someone who can rise to those challenges. And it makes, yeah, I mean, you know, you become a hero to someone else who, and I think that's what living is for, right? You become a role model for other people, and that makes life worthwhile.
Oh,
What?
could you share your story? Because like you talked about being like going to the basically rock bottom lah, right? There's nowhere else
Yeah.
but up. So it reminds me of your story of eating rice with soy sauce for a month because there was no money and you were in a foreign country and all that. Like yeah, like, can you share that story? Like
From what angle?
I guess like how shitty it was for you and what
What life
you know,
lessons?
like yeah.
So what happened was I had a scholarship to study abroad, right? And then I went there, and everything was
Australia.
so expensive. So I had to save up because accommodation was expensive, food was
But not
expensive.
only that, like the government hadn't sent you the money, the allowance.
So
Yeah.
the first few days were particularly hard because I didn't have cash, right? I didn't have much cash, so I dug into my reserves and just like survived on instant noodles, but more of rice with ramen because it was the cheapest form of.
You mean rice and soy sauce?
Sorry, rice and soy sauce. Yeah, so I just had that, and I would strongly discourage anyone from following my footsteps because I was malnourished for 1 month. Yeah.
What was the experience like? Were you like always hungry?
Yeah, I was always hungry. There was one point where I was walking back and I just had to take a seat on the ground because my stomach was just like at the verge of just collapsing.
But what kept you going?
I just needed to survive. But I mean, now after that whole period has ended and money started coming in on a regular basis, it's a story I can share. Something that I would say,
I guess you're more appreciative of the money that comes in and the food we can have on our table.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
Yeah.
And like I said, I guess it makes life a little bit more colorful and.
Yeah, it's always a great topic of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should write a blog entry called "How I Survived on Rice and Soy Sauce." I don't know which angle I should approach that article from. But anyway, just to throw out something.
Yeah, so I guess that's one reason why we started this podcast as well. Like for me, I love hearing other people's stories or just them sharing whatever creative thing they have, because even when they share their little bits into their lives and I get tips and advice, or I feel like, oh, that person experiences this or that too, and I don't feel so alone. And I guess that's also part of adapting. Don't have to do it alone, and sometimes when you share the story, like actually recently I got a call for me to come on an interview to talk about anxiety during this lockdown period. And so the person who called me said that, she didn't realize until she started researching that other people feel the same way about feeling anxious when they're at home or very restless or whatever that they might be struggling with. Yeah, so then I thought, somehow as humans we just need to relate to each other. Actually Maverick's quote as well.
What's that?
He said like, during this period, instead of just consuming content, why not create content?
Creator.
So I feel like everyone has it in them, and for a long time as well, I didn't think like I have anything significant to share. But helping you with your business so inspired me to be like, whatever experience you've taken, it's helpful. You can still help someone by sharing your experience.
So anyway, hope you enjoyed this series. Stay tuned for the next one, which will be next week.
Yeah. Take care, everyone. Like and subscribe. Leave comments below or at me or at Dave.
And do give us your feedback, on how we can also improve the quality of the show or whatever that comes to mind. We appreciate feedback.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.